Shalom. First and foremost, we give all praise, honor, and glory to
Yahweh
Yahweh.
Ba'ashem Yahushai Ba'ashem Makakwadash.
All right, we're going to give double honors to Apostle Elder Great Millstone, Teacher Real, and Woodwell. All right, I was a sister, Shalom. All right, you brothers out there pushing the words to city and truth, as well as the men, women, and children who believe in the name of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, man. All right, we a couple of brothers from GMS Cleveland Camp getting back together for another lesson through the Spirit. It's going to be entitled Hard Times Upon This Society, man. Because we was talking about briefly off camera the fact that mentioned that American Blackout movie, that's been a hot topic amongst brothers, etc. The fact that little things are going to be essential, and a bunch of different calamities and different hardships are going to come upon these people that they're not thinking about in their everyday life, man. Or even when a shit hits the fan scenario, and the brothers talking about it, they think that they're going to be able to immediately run to things like FEMA, run to Esau's, what's that called, military, etc. But they believe they're gonna be able to rely on Esau when all hell breaks loose, but different calamities gonna come upon them, man. They're gonna be caught off guard. And one of the things we had mentioned, the fact was it got it right here. It's called the Parliament Act in 1765, and basically that was a quartering act. I'm not gonna go ahead and read this whole thing. The brothers is going into it, basically how the British military, I'm pretty sure brothers had learned about it in school a little bit. Basically, they was forcing the people to house the soldiers, man. And what were the soldiers doing? They was raping the men's wives. They was taking all their food, eating their food sources up. They had to house them for sleeping, etc. And that's when we have in America, man. When all World War III breaks out and the hard time part of society, they think they're gonna rush these troops, but these troops, man, they gonna be like brothers agrees, they gonna be some of the main ones doing the rapture, man. And that immediately, when hearing that immediately brought up this one scripture right here, man.
Second Ezra chapter 16, and I'm gonna start at verse 70. It says, "For there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord." Verse 71, "They shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord."
God, and we understand that great persecution is going to come upon the believers, man, the prophets, the believers. Man, really, that brothers go into that scripture, really all Israel, man. You're going to be the main target. That's why it's called Jacob's trouble, man. You can be the main focus that the Lord will have Esau out here aiming for, man. The devil shall come down having a great wrath because he knows he has for a short time. The main target are you 12 tries, man. Okay, like they show you in the movie, The First Prairie. That's one of my favorite movies because that should be called Jacob Trouble, man. Literally, it show you Esau. He sent his different little mercenary groups, the unmarked mercenary groups. We're going to the projects where Jake lived. Yep, going where Jake lived. Clear, just wiping everything out from floor to floor, just dropping shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? They was going floor to floor, just breaking down the doors, just laying everything down.
And they also had the chip in that movie too.
Yeah, that's right.
So the part where they was putting the chip inside you and they was able to track everything. Yeah. Those particular people who took the chip was doing.
Yeah, the karate, man. You know what I'm saying?
It's a lucky too, and that word insurrection or that word insurrection goes back to the word uprising. You know what I'm saying? Because it's gonna be all out chaos, man. And then it's gonna and this is what Esau does. He tries to bring order out of chaos, but in the midst of that, it's gonna be lawlessness. Okay?
Yeah.
And I was gonna say, and you're gonna have these people that you think are gonna help you. That's what the scripture say. You look for a nation that cannot save us, man. Right. So you're gonna put your trust in these UN troops, right? These FEMA guards, and what are they gonna do, man? They're gonna spoil your house, man. They're gonna ravish your wife.
That's right.
You know, they're gonna eat up all your food, man. All the same food that you think is going, you're gonna have for these hard times, man. These military people gonna eat that up, man.
Hard time.
They were doing that in the Civil War.
Mm-hmm. And they also showed that on the movie The Road. Well, the person they ain't take the person goods, but you had basically them doomsday preppers. Basically they had food in a bunker. They had a whole bunch of stuff in the bunker, but they end up dying in their house. So when the man and his son ran across the house on the road, they found all that stuff in the bunker, and basically all that stuff was given to them. Like they basically took hold of all that stuff that some other doomsday preppers prepared for.
It's like Exodus chapter 16, verse 72. Or I'm gonna bring you 71 back. It says, "They shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord."
That's why you ain't building negotiate with these troops, man. They ain't doing negotiating and asking for mercy or offer them gold and silver, you know what I'm saying? And offer them different things upon your house. They gonna kill you and take it anyway, man. So it's not gonna matter, man. That's why scriptures talk about, riches profit not, and day of wrath, but righteousness delivered from death, man. The only way you're able to get out of the situation is that law, man. That mark of existence from judgment from Yahweh Shem Shah. That's it, man. If you don't have that covenant of the Lord, you be subject to anything that's gonna be out here in these elements, bro. Because again, with hard times upon the society, like right now, somebody lock their doors, they don't have a security system, make feel safe and secure. You ain't gonna feel safe and secure in your own house, man. Every single noise you hear in the hallway, like, damn, is somebody about to come get me? You know what I'm saying? You'll be uncertain, unsure.
And that's like, and that's and I talked about that in Wisdom of Solomon. I believe it's the 14th chapter about the apparitions.
Oh yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
That's the people gonna be scared in that day, man. You know what I'm saying? You got it, brother Sloppy.
Yeah, this is Wisdom of Solomon, just at the quick hit, because this is Wisdom of Solomon 9, and last verse. This is Wisdom of Solomon 9 and 18. It says, "For so the ways of them which lived on the earth were reformed, and men were taught the things that are pleasing unto thee, and were saved through wisdom." So yeah, like the brother was saying, man, it's gonna come down to the wisdom. What wisdom? The wisdom and knowledge and understanding of Yahweh Bashem Shah, which is the knowledge of the heavens, man. Okay, that's only the only thing that sustain a man or woman in that time when the society reaches its max, man. Okay, like brother mentioned, not having gold or silver. Like, them niggas ain't gonna no respect of persons, because really the judgment is coming from the Lord. The Lord is sending those truths and different things. And then the brother mentioned preppers. Those preppers are really gathering up food and things like that for the elect, man. That's what the elect is going to be eating on in our days, man. You know what I'm saying? All that prepping food, you're really preparing that for the men of the Lord, man.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's going to be that wisdom that actually lead these brothers in these households that's of the elect to these different domains to be under the shadow of the Lord, man. You know, which is, you go to that word shadow, it's a protection, you know?
And that's why in Isaiah 33 it says that wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of that time. All right, you're gonna have to use that wisdom. And what is wisdom? That's the knowledge that you know, but applying that knowledge.
Right.
You
Which
know,
is Yahweh Shah.
exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It says, 2 Esdras chapter 16, verse 72, "For they shall waste and take away their goods, and cast them out of their houses. Then shall they be known who are my
And
chosen."
that's exactly what we was mentioning about the Parliament Act with these British soldiers, man. That's exactly what they was doing. They was ravishing the women, taking your goods. Literally, you could have a bunch of food stocked up. Literally, it was in the law where they could come up and just eat. You had the household soldiers, man. So what's to say that's not gonna happen now? You know what I'm saying? When World War III really stirs up, they got truth. Not even just World War III. When all hell breaks loose, period, man. Because like again, showing that American Blackout movie, that as the days went on, the longer they didn't have power, man, eventually the people realized, like, damn, man, ain't no really law and order, ain't no police that's coming to get me. People just doing whatever they want, man. So what happened in the movie? It ended up showing introducing martial law. But it mentioned the fact that how Esau, he reacts, man. You know what I'm saying? He causes the problem, then he gets the reaction on the people, then come with a solution. Okay, what he's gonna do, he's gonna break down society, whether it be a blackout, whether it be whatever it's gonna be, and then what he's gonna, after people riot, chaos, calamity, okay, it's chaos in the street, people killing each other, invading one another, then he's gonna bring in the martial law, man. Okay, then that's gonna justify his troops coming in and do whatever they wanna do.
Because like we mentioned earlier, man, these people is gonna, because who else are they gonna run to?
Right.
They run to the government now for all means of things, WIC programs, these different programs, because of their condition. So when their condition worsens, who else they gonna turn to?
Right.
They're gonna turn to their father, the devil, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, but he's gonna betray them. You see what I'm saying? Like the brother mentioned earlier, they're gonna, a lot of the troops gonna actually be having a good guy act on, smile.
Yeah, right.
We're here to help you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But they order was to go in there and kill.
Yeah.
But they have to kind of like go in there with that deceptive means. Oh yeah, mom. And then they're gonna take the woman. They're gonna be I see no movies. Soldiers doing that. They get all the goods and put it in a little brown bag and just walking out with a gun. And niggas crying like, yeah,
Right.
man. So it's nobody gonna be able to trust in that day, but the men under the Lord, man.
And a lot also to add on to your point, a lot of these troops, these UN troops, gonna be speaking different languages.
Yeah,
So it's gonna be,
yeah.
they just go off what the orders is. You might be running, screaming for help. They think you trying to attack.
Exactly.
So what you speaking, they just kill your ass.
And people not thinking too, the truth that's gonna be mainly doing that, because you got different levels. The highest form of Esau's military is the ones with the blue hats. Okay, going into what was they, the FEMA soldiers, I believe, right? So when those troops is walking the grounds, man, okay, it's a wrap, man, because they have their mindset is like blackout type of mindset. They come in to kill, and completely follow order. They're not gonna have a soft spot like some army militant or an officer. No, they're not gonna have a soft spot, man, because they're sent in from the highest up, man. You know what I'm saying? So you got it up.
It says,
Hey, Salakia, what's that one movie? I don't know if y'all know the name of it. It was like in Africa somewhere, and basically the dude he had like a whole bunch of people, in a hotel.
Hotel Rwanda. Yeah,
Yeah,
Hotel
that was it.
Rwanda. Yeah.
But basically, those were UN troops. They had the UN on their hats.
Yeah,
There was blue hats. Yeah, there was UN troops. And basically, they go was to do what the order was, kill all them so-called African people, kill all of them, and that was just the order. But the dude on the hotel, he was like protecting them. But the point is, the UN troops members, they had a certain order. It was to kill all those people who they was ordered to kill.
Yeah, because they above the military. You know what I'm saying? Like they are the military, but they like the highest level of it. You know what I'm saying?
Second Ezra chapter 16, verse 73. Then shall they be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as the gold in the fire. Hear, O ye my beloved, saith the Lord, behold, the days of trouble are at hand, but I will deliver you from the same.
Yeah. And that's why this truth right now is about the value about the world. That's our brothers been talking about in the news about inflation, hyperinflation. This truth about to be inflated, man. As far as the price, you people ain't gonna be able to afford it, man. You know what I'm saying? Because really the only thing that's gonna matter in time to come is the mercy of the Lord. Who's the Lord dealing with, man? Because again, if you don't have the mercy of the Lord, there's literally no way to get past it. Like again, it's like if you get past a certain level, you can get stuck at another level. You know what I'm saying? You may have food stocked up for you, may have guns, etc. You may be able to just you got these different militias out here. You may have a group of like 30 Edomites together. They doing so-called well, but it's gonna be something else that comes along that's gonna get them, man. The Lord has judged prepared for everybody.
I got a perfect precept for you. Damn, what is it? Is it no, it say y'all know what I'm talking about. They that escaped the sword. I mean, famine should be killed by the sword. It's literally it's in the second Ezra, right?
Yeah, it's in the 16th chapter.
Yeah, so based off the brother point, there is no way you can escape it, man.
I got it right
Start at verse 21.
Huh.
Oh, this second Ezra chapter 16, verse 21. Behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon earth that they shall think themselves to be in good case. And that already happened, man. That has already happened because you have people getting their stimmy checks. During that time, prices was low on things. Things was more convenient for people. And people were at a comfortable state. It says, they shall think themselves to be in good case, and even then shall evils grow upon earth, sword, famine, and great confusion.
We're still really confused. Like in that movie American Black, I was confused. You had to eat for those brothers who've seen it. You had to eat my lady, she was fucking crying, talking about why is in the Red Cross, nobody helping us. What's going on? She's in tears. Okay, her man, that real proud, rich Edomite was sitting in bed with a cut and not knowing through, man. And I ain't gonna give the movie away for all the brothers who've seen it, but you know what happened to her after that, man. Okay, they gonna be through. They be confused, like, man, why can't they turn the power back on? Why is society collapsing? Why is everybody killing each other, man? Why is this going on? Just a week ago, I had a perfect life, man. You know what I'm saying? Everything was secure. I had a good job. You know what I'm saying? Now everything is with all that, bro.
Everything was good this week. And the brother Yaquan made a good point too. With he was like, damn, what you say? Because you just said something similar. Because he was like, I forgot, but roughly paraphrasing, like, these people don't know what to do. So like a good example of that was when, and they know that they mocked you actually, because when the P first hit, in fact 2 years ago, niggas was doing what? Panic buying. But what was they getting in their panic buying? They was getting tissue. They was getting dumb shit, bro. They wasn't getting like the brother said, it was shells full of flour, or rice. They wasn't getting, it wasn't things that was gonna be prolonged. Exactly. The one brother did a video. He said he had bought a big pound of rice. Brother, I forgot his page, but he said he bought a big pound of rice when it first hit, because Apostle Tahar was talking about it. So then he said he went to the store. He bought a big thing of rice. He said he's still eating on that shit to this day, man. Yeah. So it's like 2 years later, he still got supply. But you know what I'm saying? So like, people don't know how to filter
Save
water.
money,
You know, they don't know to do little shit like that. You know what I'm saying? What we was talking about? It was at the crib, wild lettuce and shit like that. They don't know about the different shit like that.
Things of the field, that's of the earth.
And that's where you say people was paid by it. 'Cause I remember when the pandemic first happened, you had all people in the stores was packed. Then I remember, I was in the store too getting some canned goods, and it's cold. That's where you say that, 'cause I still got some canned goods from that time period. But basically, what I was about to say, I was getting some canned goods. I ended up running across this Keisha that I know in there, and she was like, yeah, I'm scared. I don't know what to do. I'm scared. Then she like, you ain't scared? I'm like, hell no, I'm not scared. Like, no. Then she looking at me, bugged. I'm like, why you buying all them canned goods for? I'm like, what you mean?
Yeah, they can't even comprehend
like,
simple
but,
shit.
right, but it was just bugged out because in her mind, it was just, I'm panicking. I don't know what to do. But in my mind, I'm like, okay, help us, show you feel me, but like that's it. Like, oh, the Lord about to work.
Yeah.
You know?
If I can add, Slakia, because y'all don't know if y'all, some of y'all really young, I don't know how old y'all was. You remember that blackout? The first blackout? Y'all remember the first blackout?
Yeah, I heard about
Y'all
it.
I was at work.
Alright, yeah, I was, scrapping, you know what I'm saying? I was, about 12, I forgot how old I was. I was supposed to be a teenager, but when the blackout happened, I remember my people, they went to go get us some food. So, I believe, what is it, just only Canada, or like New York, it was only the East Coast. Yeah. So, what happened was the only place that had a light in Ohio was Twinsburg. So, everybody in Cleveland was driving to Twinsburg. That's the only place that had light, man. So, long story short, she was like, everybody was tripping because obviously what the toilet wasn't running. That's in the scripture. It said that the water should be, for 3 hours or so.
It should not run.
It should not run. The only place that was open was McDonald's. You know what I'm saying? That she said they was about to run out of food. People was tripping. She said the line was so long, it went from the McDonald's. Y'all know what I'm talking about. It's the McDonald's off of going towards Twinsburg by Ford and all that. The freeway ain't that far from it, but I think so. And it goes. The freeway goes, people with cars backed up all the way in the freeway, all the way back, just in the line to get into McDonald's. And then she said they had got some food. They got one of the last foods that was available. They was running all out of food. And then the gas stations. She said it was like that at the gas station. She said it took them 6 hours just to get food. You know what I'm saying? So like, this shit gonna get real, man. But the only thing is you're not gonna have a McDonald's with a power surge running. Like, that shit over with, man.
Everything be
you know what I'm saying?
And they showed that on the movie, the trailer. They showed it on the trailer. The movie never came out. They showed it on the trailer, Gray State. About basically it was a scene in the movie. The lady was like going through the aisles and every shelf was empty. Every aisle was empty.
Yeah. It's like it,
Second Ezra chapter 16, verse 22. For many of them that dwell upon earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy.
Yeah, back up the brother point, man. There's nowhere you can go, man. You might be like, all right, boy, you got away with it. But no, the UN troop gonna get your ass. A nigga that's been practicing in his backyard gonna get your ass. You know what I'm saying? Somebody with special capabilities with the sword gonna get your ass. There's nothing you can do that you can escape if, you know what I'm saying, that time, man.
Like even in Amos said that as he fled from a lion and a bear met him.
Right,
Exactly. And put his hand on the wall and the serpent bit him.
Exactly.
So your judgment is ordained, and no matter what you can do, it's gonna happen. And a lot of people gonna have this judgment. But especially our women, man, being harlots and
City girls,
yeah, exactly, man. These UN troops ain't gonna show no mercy, man.
That's why it's good to talk about being given over to your own devices.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like you said, you mentioned these women and the fact that they delight in being whores. They praise that. That's an honor in this society. You know what I'm saying? What is that weird recent shit came out? FN, fuck nigga free. That shit, FREE, that bullshit, bro. Women like that, we think we having to them in time of trouble, man. They go not only are they gonna be giving away their bodies willingly to get food, like look, I do such and such, X and X, Y, Z, you know what I'm talking about, to be able to get a piece of your food, but But then, shit, niggas be taking it from you, you know what I'm saying? Real talk.
Stuff like that gonna be happening at the beginning stages, like
Yeah,
the
yeah.
stages we're going into now.
Right, yeah.
I saw a clip. I don't know where she was at. She was like a Northern Kingdom. She was talking a different language. She was like, because when the pandemic first hit, she had to do that, man.
Yeah, I remember that.
She
Yeah.
started.
Oh,
She
yeah,
went to.
yeah,
Yeah, she
yeah.
was like, man. She was salty because she was like, I had no choice because she had all these motherfuckers living with her, man. And she had to be the one to go out there and give her body up, man, just to bring her in bread, man.
And that goes back to the title of the lesson, hard times upon the society, man. You people about to lose your comfort, you about to lose that. Because you people are proud, man. Okay, let's get to talk about what? It tell you what, second year is 8th chapter, man. Many great miseries shall be done to them which in latter time go on the earth because they have walked in great pride, man. You people, you don't even appreciate the basic things that is in your everyday life. Like, you don't realize, like, how much that you rely on, you know what I'm saying? Again, with the power being out, that's the main thing. Like, bro, literally, nothing's working. Toys don't flush, your sink faucet and water ain't running. Like, bro, just like that, everything you know is just gone, bro.
Your security system,
Yeah,
you know,
everything.
your
Right,
phone,
right, yeah.
you know, everything that people need, the necessities, man. Well, you don't need your phone, you know what I'm saying, but you know, water, you know what I'm saying, you need you know, electricity to run certain appliances to keep food warm.
Yeah.
People don't know how to keep food cold, man.
You
You know
don't
what
know
I'm
how
saying?
to start
Things like that.
fires,
Exactly.
like their own vehicles. Well, I just I go to drive my car. No, but you're not gonna get to drive your vehicles. All the vehicles and things are connected to the grid.
That's a spirit. I forgot the bitch name, but it was a celebrity. She looked like an Edomite, and basically, she was like on TikTok, or she was on some social media, and she basically was crying like, basically this was when the pandemic happened. She was like, "You farm girls 2020, this your year."
Yeah.
We don't know how to a man not gonna want a woman that man gonna want a woman who know how to catch a chicken and they know how to start a fire. So as far as basically she was saying like it's over with for all of us. Like we finished. Us the city girls, that shit over with because you don't know how to do shit. That's spirit. We was talking about that. We was on the way dropping the brother off. We was talking about that earlier. How basically like you got jakes that don't know how to do nothing. You know, and portray themselves as a man. You got
pretty boys.
Right, you got it right, exactly. You don't gotta do nothing.
One man ain't gonna want no pretty boy in that time, man.
Exactly.
Like you said, bro.
Like a man ain't gonna want a bitch that they can't do shit for. Exactly. So walk step over that house.
Hell yeah, bro. I got that make me think Isaiah 4:1. That is called by that name because they looking for protection.
Exactly, but look, it's that we will eat our own bread, we're our own apparel. So it's saying like, they say like, and that they was like, look, don't even worry about feeding us. Don't worry about how we go clothe us. Don't worry about none of that. We just trying to follow after you.
Yep. I got that etymology for hard because you got quoted the title again for the lesson. This is the etymology for hard. It says solid and firm, not soft. You know what I'm saying? It says also difficult to endure.
Ooh, damn,
Powerful.
Carried on with great exertion. Also, person severe, rigorous, harsh, cruel. You know, difficult. The point is, one of the main ones is difficult to endure.
Difficult to endure, man. That's the time of Jacob's trouble, man. I Matthew 24 talk about time how great tribulation since it never was. You know what I'm saying? And that Daniel 12:1. You know what I'm saying? All these different precepts that come to brother's mind, like, bro, it's about to get hard out here, man. Especially, brothers always say for Babylon the Great specifically, because how delicious this place has lived, man. How much luxury and comfort in this place. That's why it's gonna catch people so off guard, bro. Even like again, before that movie when the power went off, people they was even tripping by the first like 1 or 2 days. Like, look, oh, this is America. It's definitely gonna come back on. There's nothing you even worry about. You know what I'm saying? They was doing barbecues. And that's gonna be this society when shit first maybe get uncomfortable, etc. Something happens, however the world gonna have to play out. People like, oh, it'll get back to normal. I ain't tripping right now. And then this is just something that they even said that in the movie, man. It was like this is just gonna be something you look at back and remember, like, yeah, remember that was crazy. It's the same thing they do now because you gotta think about it. We're like 2 years now toward really basically the end of this so-called this pandemic thing, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Now it's a new virus, whatever, coming out. The Esau's moving on to that. So this C1 is pretty much over with now. Right. People literally talk about life after the pandemic. Yeah, remember when it first happened? It was crazy. Not even knowing it's about to come back again.
Right, exactly, because the pandemic never ended.
Right.
Yeah.
You got in China, you got all this shit in China.
Lockdowns
Lockdowns because of the C19 and and basic people were dropping dead, so on and so forth. All you people then took the juicy juice and
Oh, man.
they never said the numbers so-called went down. Like it ain't go nowhere. It's just not in the media or like that how it was when it first came out.
The movie, bro, should check out. It's a documentary. It's called The First Pandemic, and it goes into the bird flu that happened in the society the first time, and it's the same exact things and the steps that they took then. They're doing it now, just at a higher level. It's affected more because of the way the world runs now, of higher technology and the less dependency on natural things. So it affects you more. But in the pandemic, the first pandemic is the name of the documentary. They had 6 stages. All right, they had 6 stages of it, and the brother, I remember last year the brother went into that. He had a document from like the government or something that talked about the 6 stages.
Oh, you talking about Chicago? You talking about proof it was all planned?
I'll be so. Cause I was trying to look for. I thought it was.
Yeah. When I seen it, bro.
No, because you heavy, right?
Yeah,
Because on the 6th stage, they was what? They planned to have everybody CHIP.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? On that 6th stage.
That go into the 7 vows that the Lord going to send upon this place through them angels. The 7 vows that the angels poured out, which are the 7 trumpets, the 7 plagues. You know, that's all that the Lord, He about to send a plague, and that number 7 represents completion. The Lord is about to send something that people have never experienced before.
Hey, on top of that, I just it's so crazy how everything comes so fast. Because an article just came out. I mentioned it in the chat, but like a couple weeks ago, either China or the U.S. came out with it. It said that we are entering into the 5th stage of this pandemic. I'm like, damn, they everything on track. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, so they getting ready for that 6th. You know what I'm saying?
It's lucky too, and that's why in Isaiah the 47th chapter it calls this place the virgin daughter of Babylon, because nothing like this has ever happened to this place. Okay, that's why the scripture call this place a golden cup. The scripture say that they have been a golden cup in the Lord's hand. All right, because this place is reserved for this heavy judgment, and these people, these modernized Americans, they think that everything's all good, man, because they haven't seen anything like this. Not since the Great Depression in the 1920s. It's gonna be even worse than that, man. All right.
Let me grab this real quick. This 1 Peter chapter 4 verse 17. It says, "For the time is come that judgment must begin at the house of Yahweh, and if it first began at us, what shall the end be of them that obey not the gospel of Yahweh?" All right, because you gotta understand, man. We speaking against this society. If we speaking against this society and everyone else is for it, then what they gonna do? We gonna be persecuted, man. The scriptures talk about how the servant is not greater than his master. So judgment gonna begin at the men who actually are inquiring of the Most High first and foremost. That's when we read 2nd Ezra to say that a great insurrection should rise up against them who fear the Most High, right? Because we actually fear Yahweh Shem Yahushua, so we're going to be the main targets. We're not just no regular Israelites, man. The things that we're doing, this ain't just no regular task. We doing something that's 10 times more important beyond us, man. When you read about how the 12 disciples was persecuted, how they died, those were grievous deaths, man. All right, not saying that we gonna, right. Not saying every brother gonna have to go through that. Of course, because we know what the scripture said. The scripture said everyone shall not sleep. But just bringing home that point that the house of the judgment is going to begin at those who believe first and foremost. So how much more for those who don't believe? Where they going to end up at?
It's lucky too. That's why the scripture say in Revelation that the beast made war with the remnant of the saints that kept the commandments and the faith of Yahushua.
Yeah, right.
Okay, because that's the only one that Esau's worried about, man. Yeah. He ain't worried about niggas that's putting 24-inch rims on their car and shit, man. You know what I'm saying? They worry about the ones that's out there in the highways and hedges preaching the gospel and truth and sincerity.
I keep mentioning it, bro. No, it's like y'all, cause I gonna keep mentioning, like, go back to brother, you know what I'm saying, those elect virgins. Okay, and the law, if she was getting handed by a man, and she don't cry out, they both get put to death. Or if she belongs to another man, you know what I'm saying, then they both get put to death. But if she cry out, then the man that acted upon it, what will get put to death, and that's what's going on now. But it's just the Lord has set aside a remnant that's actually doing the crying out, so they're not gonna get put to death with the ones trying to uphold another man's wife. Another man's wife, which the elect or the wife of Yahweh Shai, man. So just to back the brother up, that's how you're gonna do it with that CHIP. Okay, his rod, his seed. He's trying to impregnate another man's wife, man.
Put his name upon it.
Put his name. There you go. Yeah.
Verse 18 it says, and if the righteous scarcely be saved, where should the ungodly and the sinner appear? When you go in that word scarcely, it means barely.
Yeah.
Like a very slim chance. For the righteous, the men that the Lord actually has compassion and mercy upon, they gonna barely make it. So how much more for those who can give less than a fuck about this ministry, about the Lord, about righteousness in the Bible, man.
Right, that they go back to these people. They don't have a chance. They don't even stand a chance of what's coming. You got these people. You'll walk up to somebody and they get all fidgety and scared. Somebody like that is not about to make it in the time of trouble. In the day of somebody like that gonna drop dead or get grabbed up and killed. Get killed grievously or something. Somebody like that. That means they mindset is weak as hell and they far gone on some other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I had a precept real quick. This 2 Timothy 3:12. It said, yeah, and all that live godly in Hamashiach and Hawashai shall suffer persecution. So okay, even though everybody not gonna taste death, but at the same time, if you got to name something or if you labeled as Israelite, you're going to be a target regardless. It don't matter if you found the truth. It don't matter you just had a label somewhere. If you got that label that you Israelite or Yahweh Shai, so on and so forth, you gonna be a target. But first and foremost, the ones that's actually sincere in the truth. It said all that live godly and Hamashiach shall suffer persecution. So you gonna be harassed. You gonna be basically looked down upon for this ministry. And the ones who gonna do it is who? First and foremost, it's gonna be your own people. Yeah. You saw how your own people do it, especially your so-called family niggas you related to. I don't care how close. I don't care how close you was with somebody, you got into it with it, they hate you. Out of all the Israelites, your so-called family, the niggas who you related to, they hate you the most. They hate you more than everybody else. That's speaking on Israel. They hate you they hate you the most out of everybody that fucking know you. Your own family, the one your own lineage. And those gonna be the ones that's gonna persecute you, that's gonna turn against you, that's gonna set you up. Like it said, some of you, then it said you're gonna be betrayed both by brethren, parents, kinsfolk. That's your own people. And some of you, so they caused to be put to death. This is about your own people. Just like Yahweh Shai, it was his own people that came against him. It was his own, no, heathens. Yeah, it was his own people.
But what if they don't think they do the Most High service?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's gonna make them feel justified.
Yeah.
Exactly, and the Lord gonna destroy their ass, man. And 2/3 of the 2/3 is the majority of Israelites, man. It say but evil men and seducers shall wax worse and worse, deceiving and being deceived. So as we grow more in the spirit, these people get waxed worse and worse in wickedness, man. And they just get more bugged out in the mind, man. That's why the Lord about to bring these different plagues and these different calamities, to the point where they go to try to kill the prophets or kill the prophets, man. And that's how bugged up these people gonna get, man.
Brother True Jew 144 posted 2 Kings 15, 24, 26 said, woe to them that sin and keep not my commandments, said the Lord. I will not spare them, go your way, ye children, from the power, defile not my sanctuary. For the Lord knoweth all them that sin against him, and therefore delivereth he them unto death and destruction. For now are the plagues come upon the whole earth, and ye shall remain in them. But the Most High should not deliver you because you have sinned against him. Just to back up your point too, because you said it's gonna be, I forgot exactly how you put it, but just backing up the point of the claim of like the 2/3 and how Jacob going the 2/3 of our people, 66.6 of our people, that's numbered with the sword, whose number is 666, is gonna actually perish, man. You know, and the Lord said they're gonna remain in those plagues, they're gonna remain in that judgment, man. Okay, because why he's not gonna pull back, all right, the sword this time, or that bow, so to speak. Okay, it's only a remnant that's gonna be redeemed out of the chaos of society, man. You know, I tell you that in Job 5. Okay, if you're gonna preserve you from 6 troubles, your 7 should not, you know, come up. Yeah, come on. And then they tell you that too in Revelations 15, when John was in the chariot, you know what I'm saying? He was looking down, okay, because he was beamed up, Revelations 11, okay? He was being beamed up within that chaos, because that chaos at its max is not going to touch the elect, man. Or World War III, I should say, you know?
Right. But this is Revelation chapter 3 and verse 10. It says, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. All right. So not only is Jake gonna go through this, man, but the whole entire world. All right, because this is a whole new world order, man. Mm-hmm. All right. So this is why Jake has to get right, because Esau don't give a damn about his own people, man. How much does he care about you? Mm-hmm. All right. So I'm speaking toward myself first. You know what I'm saying? That we're gonna have to get the scripture talk about in the second to get a set down house in order. Okay? Because we're gonna have to be able to use that wisdom and knowledge in order for us to fight these perilous times that are coming. All right.
Yeah, we wanted to tell you yesterday that word peril goes into like things basically that's taken away from you through the means of danger, through the means of destruction and woe. You know what I'm saying? So perilous times, as the scripture says, is coming upon us. Dangerous times, meaning things gonna be taken from you not by just, it's gonna be taken from you by force. You know what I'm saying? Not willingly. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? And then you said the hour of temptation come up. The hour of temptation is when the CHIP is made mandatory amongst your society, man. Okay, where you have no other choice but to choose that or death, man. Or life or death.
That's why the brother had brought it out earlier, the second and the 16, to talk about being tried as gold in the fire.
Right.
The Lord said, He said He will deliver us from the same. He said, the days of trouble are at hand, I will deliver you from the same. Ultimate main thing we'll need is time is faith. That's what the Lord is building us up right now, to have faith in Him, because we're going to come into uncertain times, but your faith and your Habashim Osai is going to keep you anchored and rooted, man. Like, look, I don't got food right now, but I believe Habashim Osai is going to come through eventually. That's the main thing that's going to help you keep your head. Then these other people, let's say they got food and stored up. Once they run out of that food, like shit, now I gotta go out and get it. You know what I'm saying? Think about that. You may even have somebody who so-called prepped a little bit, and they got weapons inside the house. They just in their house chilling for a little bit. Let's say, like, I'm just throwing it out there. Let's say, like, a month later, they run out of food. Now you have to go out into the elements. Now you're through. You know what I'm saying? But someone who has faith in you, how much you know, shot, that's the main thing the Lord's going to get ready. He said, try to go in the fire, man. The Lord's going to test you if you really believe and trust in Him, man. Because we're going to be in some horrible situations, man. We're going to be in some situations where it looks bleak. It looks like, man, I don't know how the hell am I get out of the situation. Maybe in the concentration camp, like, bro, how the hell am I going to get out of here, man? You got to have faith the Lord's going to come through for you, man.
Yeah, remember the scriptures, man.
Yeah.
That's the spirit. That's our comforter. Mm-hmm. So when we in those times, that's why the brothers always, especially Apostle Ricard, he always harp on praying. Right. You know what I'm saying? Brothers should. That's we're rehearsing righteous acts. This is training. So when the battlefield we displayed on it, man, we good. We should be. Okay, we should have enough to be able to sustain us on the battlefield, to be able to survive and make it back home. Right. You know what I'm saying?
That's why I said, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I will keep you from the hour of temptation. The Lord go, you got to be in a position to take that MOTB if you keep being faithful and trusting in the Lord.
Hey, let Marshall get that Isaiah 13, with their closing precept.
This is Isaiah chapter 13 and verse 15. It says, everyone that is found shall be thrust through, and everyone that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword. Their children also shall be dashed to pieces before their eyes. Their houses shall be spoiled, and their wives ravished.
Man, seeing that, that instantly makes me think of that vision Elias Wanda had. I'm sure everybody's seen that. That one that was like a horrible vision on judging upon Israel, man. Basically, he was naming that, man. These troops, etc., be torturing you, raping your family, all types of horrible different things, man. You know what I'm saying? Right, exactly. All types of horrible things. And it said, the previous verses said, everyone that is joined unto them, man. That's who Israelites who trust in this man, bro. You trust in Esau so much, you trust in his society, so war's gonna give you over to the man you trust in. Because you made him your God. You turn your back on Yahweh Shema Shah. You made Esau your Lord. You look like you quoted earlier about you are your father the devil, man. So you're gonna be given that. How ironic is that, bro? The Lord calls you, bro. You really trust him so much, and the Lord is gonna have him be the one to judge you, bro. That's crazy.
That to tell you in Isaiah 65, they make a table for that truth.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they joined that to him. Isaiah 31, above him that hope and show forth.
Yeah.
So they joined to him, man. And they won with him, man. So you don't get the same fate as Esau, bro. That's fucked up. Like,
And going back to that verse, said the house shall be spoiled and the wise raft and the children dashed to pieces, man. Hey, that's gonna be average everyday people, man. Watch it again. Brothers have to watch that movie, American Blackout, man. It was one dude over that one can of pieces, man. Like, look, I need that can of pieces, man, for me and my wife and my family. He said, look, I need it for my wife and my family, man. So you have men killing each other over one can of pieces, bro.
Hey, and that right there represents your 2/3 right there. That's the Lord bringing these plagues. Shit like that gonna be happening to these 2/3 niggas, man.
That's right.
yeah.
All these people that's against you, how about you know shot? That's a friend of the world, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because the Lord, he gonna protect and preserve his elect in that day. You know, triumph at the same time. The judgments that's coming from the earth is not for his elect.
That's right.
It's for these 2/3. That's why he's gonna deliver his elect from them.
Yeah, I watched you know, JB in the Spirits when we found the movie. I forgot the name of Salaki, but the movie, just long story short, something happened, like, that's what's going on around the world. And these group of people was, this one dude had, like, this basement to this building. And they found it, these group of people found that basement. But he was like the janitor or something. So he was like a prepper. So what he did was he built an extension to the basement so that, because he knew nobody was going to know, and he stored away all type of stuff. Long story short, they found this basement, and they knew he was the main guy, but one guy ended up peeping an extra room, and then they tied him up or whatever. The point of it is, it was women down there. It was only about 3 or 4, probably like 2 or 3, 22 and 4 women. One of them was a mother and a daughter. Okay, but as time went on, they was down there so long. They was starting to run out of food, and then all these dudes become horny. Okay, and then it was only 2. It was mainly 2 women. I think I forgot the other one.
Yeah, it's called the Divide. America,
They end up taking the daughter. She ended up giving her daughter over to them.
Yeah.
They whoring her out. They killed the mother, took the daughter, or vice versa, whoring her out, and then they end up I think eating her or some shit. Just like once they was done whoring her out. They ran the whole little thing, and then they end up eating her shit because they started running out of food, man.
That's hella spirits too.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, hella spirits. You getting the spirits on her, then all the spirits that you just put on from each other. That's that evil man waxing work. These people just get bugged out of their minds to start doing all types of crazy shit.
Yep.
This is in the chapter of 13 in Isaiah is a future prophecy about America, man. All right, so when you read the whole thing, you got to apply it to America. It says, verse 17, behold, I will stir up the Medes against them, which shall not regard silver. As for gold, they shall not delight in it. That's what the brother was talking about. You're not gonna be able to pay these UN troops off, man. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I got some gold stashed here. No, they got an agenda. All right.
Right, and then you're gonna have different nations invading.
Exactly.
Because who are the Medes? The Russians. You're gonna have different adversaries that's of America invading America.
Yeah. Verse 18, it says, their bows also shall dash the young men to pieces, and they shall have no pity on the fruit of the womb. Their eyes shall not spare children.
Yeah, because the Lord is all orchestrated by the Lord. The Lord is not a respecter of person. I forgot what the brother Yaquan, he said at camp, the Lord don't see flesh, he sees spirits, man. So he don't give a fuck about you being young, old, docile, not being able to defend. He care about your relationship with him, what you did, that he's not pleased with, man.
That's right.
So it don't matter who you are. It matters about it. It does matter who you are, but the Lord not reverencing or based off emotions. The Lord is going to use Esau to his fullest extent. And the scriptures talk about he bear not the sword in vain, man. The Lord is going to what? He's going to show his omnipotency. He's going to bring out everything in his arsenal to destroy this place and everybody that's joined with it. He's going to use the beast of the field to his highest power, to his highest extent. He's going to use Esau. He's going to use his own prophets, man. He's going to use everything in his bag and throw it all out. That's why the scriptures talk about this should be a time like no other. Because nothing has ever in history happened like this before.
Even all the creations that Esau's creating in his labs, man. You know, he got all type of, you know, robotic dogs, you know what I'm saying? You know, gene splicing, making, you know, weird creatures.
Right.
You know, the Lord's gonna use all of that, man, again, as for judgment. All right.
I got some. This Sirach 4:28. Strive for the truth unto death, and the Lord shall fight for thee. So all you gotta do is just endure to the truth. I mean, enduring the truth, you know, because at the end of the day, the judgment for not being the truth, for not sticking him while you know shot, the judgment is Jacob's trouble and all these different plagues. That's your judgment for not seeking the Lord. So you better off just fighting for the Lord, endure to the end for the Lord, so the Lord can fight for you at the end. You know, because the Lord, He's going to remember the ones who were serving Him, who were seeking the righteousness.
Right.
If you wasn't doing that, He's not about to fight for you. He's not about to do nothing for you. You got to be like you say
Shall laugh when your fear cometh.
that and like you said on Matthew, I never knew thee. Who is you?
You know, the two's like it too, and it talks about, you know, strive for the truth until death,
That's
and the Lord shall fight for you. Oh, slag, bro. That's what that's like.
So you gotta we gotta just keep fighting for the Lord. We gotta just keep keep serving the Lord. That's the best option. You know, outside of that, it's no other option except death.
I got a couple pieces.
I just got one more real quick. This is Zechariah chapter 14. I'm sorry, verse 2. It says, "For I will gather all nations against Jerusalem to battle, and the city shall be taken, and the houses rifled, and the women ravished."
Man, bro, the Lord about man. Like again, like a father and a child, man. Lord about to spank Israel, man. All these Israelites who don't want to pay attention to the truth, man. You want to discard it, you want to talk shit, come on, count board, scoff brothers, man. Brothers out here, man, the spirit can play the apostles right now. The apostles been out there for decades, man. You know how much shit. Think about over the decades, how much shit like Israelites not in the truth talking about the apostles, bro. All you about to get judged, man. Eventually, we're coming to the day of the consequences of your actions, man. You didn't want to repent, you didn't hear the words, so now you gotta get judged. And part of the way the Lord's gonna judge you is that how the Lord is reading, man.
Hey, the Lord doesn't change. So it was a point where Israel was indulging in a whole bunch of sodomy, and then the Lord said, "Well, He gave them over to their vile affections." So the Lord's gonna give these people over to their lust, man. Like, oh, we talking about city girls, these women, every single bitch on Instagram, whether they portray themselves as conservative and I got this job and I do that. As you go down, the next picture over is them bending over. That's their poses now, bending over or twerking or some shit.
Yeah,
The Lord gonna give them over to that shit. They all gonna be whole. They gonna be all, you know, their body's gonna be used in that day.
Hey, they want to ride the carousel.
Yeah.
Carousel go ride them.
The scripture said talking about that the Lord will choose your delusion, man. You know what I'm saying? So whatever your mind is set at, that's what the Lord's gonna give you, man.
And like this scripture you just read, I don't know if this was the second or third one that you just read, but it's been more than scripture. It's been more than one scripture we just read that said walls ravished. So that show you right there, the woman, they don't even got a chance. Like they don't stand a chance. Like it's like the chance for the woman is zero to even make it, man. You know?
But you gotta mind the Lord, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna finish this out though. I'm gonna start from the top. Zechariah 14:2. "For I will gather all nations against Jerusalem to battle, and the city shall be taken, and the houses rifled, and the women ravished, and half of the city."
Oh yeah, and like it say in the New Testament, the parable of Yahweh shot you, it said once you take the strong man out, and everybody else is over with. It's over, and so it's like if the man not gonna make it, how much more for you women? You know, y'all ain't stand a chance in that day, man. go get ravaged.
Making me think of Law-Abiding Citizen. The beginning of it, have you all seen that with Jamie Foxx?
Oh, yeah, I see.
When they took his wife, when they robbed him, and they raped his wife in front of him. But he was nothing he could have did, man. Because he was overpowered, man. Okay, because it's gonna be a lot of gangs clicking up, and it's like the movie show, like these people they like even in the Book of Eli, they had trying to get on Denzel, trick him. They're gonna have people clicking up, man. See, you got it, bro.
It says, and half the city shall go forth into captivity, and the residue of the people shall not be cut off from the city. And that's just the point, you know what I'm saying? Because when you go in, it says that half the city shall go forth into captivity. Yahushua said that the devil shall cast some of you into prison. All right, so this is the point where we're making a point where these times is gonna be so great where we don't even know if we're gonna make it, man. You know what I'm saying? Lord willing, we make it. And that's the whole point we're trying to make.
Yeah, scripture study in Matthew 24:13. He that endure till the end, the son shall be saved, man.
And then that go back to that striving, because when you go to that word strive, one of the definitions is to fight. Because when you fight, and all right, okay, you can have the confidence and you can be like, okay, I'm about to beat this person ass or whatever. But at the same time, you don't even know if you're about to win that fight at the end of the day. That's the whole point of you fighting. You're going to know you won when the fight is over with. It's going to be made manifest who won, especially if it's a fight, you fighting to death or something. You don't know if you're about to make it out of that fight, man. So we don't know if we're going to make it on the chariots and that we don't be overtaken by the destruction. We're just hoping and we just fighting that we do make it. That's what we fighting for, to receive salvation.
And it's lucky too, and that's you have mentioned fighting about going hand to hand combat. Even King David said that blessed be the Lord that teaches my hands to fight. Roughly paraphrasing. All right, so it's all in the power of Yahweh Bashim Yashai, man. Okay, because it don't matter if you Floyd Mayweather. Okay, you made Floyd Mayweather may be a brother from the hood. That's a man of the Lord. And Floyd Mayweather will make his ass whip, man. You know what I'm saying? Because Floyd Mayweather, his money ain't gonna be able to save him that day.
Yeah,
you got it, brother.
Yeah, just some real quick. This is Psalm 70, because brothers made a couple points. But Psalm 73 and 17. Until I went into the sanctuary of the Most High, then understood I therein. And that's why we understand, we can talk like this, because we understand what's going on, because we went into the sanctuary of the Lord, man. Okay, and he's giving us understanding of what's about to come, so we can properly prepare ourselves to the best of our ability that he allows, man. And jumping down to this is the next chapter, I think, Psalms 74 and 12. For the Most High is my King of old, working salvation in the midst of the earth. So in the midst of this chaos, the Lord is working salvation. All right, because he's the same power in the old times that saved Noah, that saved Elijah, fed Elijah by a bird, a raven, or so forth. Sent him to the woman and so forth. This the same power that's always redeemed the meek, man. So he's gonna do that again. All right, because hard times is approaching society, man. All right, bad times, man, dangerous times. This is Psalms 51:8. Babylon is suddenly falling and destroyed. So like Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. Howl for her and take balm for her pain. If so be she may be healed. We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her and let us go every one into his own country. For her judgment reaching into heaven and is lifted up even to the skies, man. So a place where her iniquity is at its max, man. You can't survive in a place like that, man. There's no way you can survive in a place where it's completely lawlessness, man. Okay? So the Lord has to redeem. He's the only way we can make it out of these hard times that's coming, going back to the title, hard times in society, man. Because we ain't seen nothing yet. Brothers talking about, I've been through this, came out the mud. Hey, look, man. What the Lord is about to show, he's about to prove everybody wrong, man. Okay? He's about to prove everything he said and everybody wrong, man. It says, Ezekiel 7:15, the sword is without, and the pestilence and the famine within. He that is in the field shall die with the sword, and he that is in the city, famine and pestilence shall devour him. Going back to that second Ezra we read, you know what I'm saying? So it's really no way to escape. It says, but they that escape of them shall escape, and shall be on the mountains like doves of the valleys, all of them mourning every one for his iniquity. All hands shall be feeble, and all knees shall be weak as water. They shall also gird themselves with sackcloth, and horror shall cover them, and shame shall be upon all faces, and baldness upon all their heads. They shall cast their silver in the streets, and their gold shall be removed. Their silver and their gold shall not be able to deliver them in the day of the wrath of the Lord. They shall not satisfy their souls, neither fill their bowels, because it is the stumbling block of their iniquity. And that goes back to maybe all the points we were making about these people is not going to be able to survive, or when we are brothers here, because these people are not going to be able to survive because they trusted in riches. They tell you in 2 Ezra 3 that the heathen flow in wealth. Okay, Yahweh Shah said himself, you can't serve God and mammon going into money. So some way, somehow, these people don't use money as a defense, they use money for pleasure. So that's going to be, it said, what, the stumbling block of their iniquity in that time. That's why the chaos that's coming is going to be so bad, because you're not going to be able to buy your way out of the situation to where you and sure the brother mentioned earlier. You're not going to be able to buy your way out of the, your jam, man, okay? Because, like, the brother mentioned earlier, I was watching, going back to his clip, he said, the system used to be ran off the bargaining system. So people don't even know what's valuable to be able to trade. You know what I'm saying? So these type of the smallest things mentioned it earlier, smallest things is going to be high commodity. It's going to be high value in that time, man. But the majority of the world don't know what the smallest things is that'll require that.
I got one more.
Come.
Just real quick, straight to the point. Wisdom of Solomon 3:19. For horrible is the end of the unrighteous generation. It is straight to the point, man. Everything, all the wickedness that we're vexed by, all the wickedness that we see is why the judgment is getting ready to bring forth, and why hard times are coming upon this society. So, Lord, whatever, edifying, man. With that, we give all praise, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash.
A double honors to Apostle Elder Great Millstone, Teacher Bro Ruel, or the Sister Shalom, the Hopeful Lake, a Bible Ball, and Kwame Yashua.
Abad the ball, Shalom.